I don't know if you've ever heard like the airplane analogy. Whenever someone says, I'm not ready or I'm not sure I can commit to this, the airplane analogy is really good because it's like, the funny thing about you not, or it's more of a, what is it? So whenever someone says, like, I'm not ready or I'm not sure I can fully commit to this, my favorite way to handle it is there's a Mel Robinson or Mel Gibson, some whatever her name is. It's a analogy from her where it's like, can I tell you something interesting about that? The interesting piece is that you will never be ready. And the reason you'll never be ready is because your brain, one of your brain's primary functions is to process your day and dream into, your morning and night, right? Into sleep. So you can dream and you can do all that stuff. But really its most important piece is really allowing you to be in homeostasis. Now, homeostasis is meant to keep you safe, keep you in the same place. And with what you're trying to do right now, you know where you're at. You've experienced it. You've lived this actual life. But what you haven't experienced is stepping outside of this comfort zone. And yes, spending something that scares you, understanding that you are going to have to make commitment because you haven't done something like this before. And because you haven't, your brain's fighting against it because it's so unknown. Your brain sees it as a danger signal. So it's trying to push you back in your comfort zone. But the big problem is that if you stay in your comfort zone, you're no different than the people who've actually succeeded. The only thing different between you and them is they actually showed up and they put one foot in front of the other, right? Versus this person that your brain is trying to keep you in right now, it's trying to keep you in the same place and keep you stagnant, right? So it comes down to you deciding, do you want to break that barrier that your brain is trying to put on you so you can actually become successful so that you can make the money you want to make? Or do you want this to dictate your life for the rest of your life or something like that? And then at that point, it's like, they'll
Yeah.
switch it around. That's not like verbatim what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a lot smoother, but like I'm like riffing off the
Yeah.
top of my head with no context of a prospect. But yeah, your goal is to say it's to weaponize their procrastination as the enemy, not them as the enemy, right? That thing that's trying to hold them back. That's how you want to frame it. So
Yeah.
I would say it makes it about them without making it about them. It's like, are you going to let that hold you back? And then they
Mm.
have to say no and they have to justify why they're not going to let that behavior no longer control them. Then it can no longer be an excuse because you block it. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
No, no,
Hey, real quick. So, if you are in high ticket sales and you are absolutely struggling with discovery, you don't know what to do during objections, or just your pitch is a little bit shaky overall, if you are having issues when it comes to taking money from your prospects, I want to help you. So, what I want to show you is basically an entire school community that I have of closers who are there to excel and there to do better. So if you want help from discovery, pitch, objections to just general key skills, follow up, referrals, anything that you can think of, landing roles when it comes to real sales mastery, there is help for you in this free school community. And then there's also essentially a calendar of coaching calls that you can actually join as well, where we will help you directly to improve your sales. We'll role play, we'll do call reviews, pretty much everything that you would need to be successful in sales. Okay. So if you want to join that, you'll also be able to see some of my live sales calls. Just click the link below and I'll see you there. Bye bye.